The Muir Snowfield on the southeast flank of Mount Rainier offers some of the longest ski descents in the Cascades during the winter, spring, and early summer. Starting at Paradise at 5,400 feet, skiers and riders can climb up to Camp Muir at over 10,000 feet and enjoy the broad snowfield as they carve turns down its moderate slopes back to Paradise. In the winter, the snowfield is often in the clouds on snowy days, so pick your weather and routes appropriately. The snow coverage varies a great deal in the late spring and early summer. Two of the segments in this video were shot around the same time on 2 separate years. One year where the snow was melting back early and well consolidated, and the other where the coverage was similar to late winter with soft and even fresh snow conditions. Enter Mount Rainier National Park at the southwest entrance just a few miles east of Ashford. Follow the road up to Paradise and park at the lower lot west of the Visitor Center, as the upper lot is for non-skiers visiting the Visitor Center much of the season. From the lower lot, head north into the woods towards the summit. The woods quickly thin out to become an open meadow. On clear days you can see the summit and the snowfield high above you, making the route obvious. Climb north-northeast to the base of Panorama Point. Climb the west face of Panorama Point to the viewpoint at 6,800 feet. Enjoy the view of the Goat Rocks peaks, Mount Adams, Mount St. Helens, and on very clear days you can see Mount Hood on the distant southern horizon. Continue to climb if visibility permits along the east flank of the snowfield towards McClure Rock to 7,500 feet. From here you head straight up the flank of the snowfield along the climber's track towards Camp Muir. Climb as high as your time allows you. In winter months, an early start is needed to make it all the way to Camp Muir. But no matter where you turn around, you will have a superb descent on the snowfield. Let's explore several options for skiing down the Muir Snowfield. They are all dependent on the snow stability, so choose the ones that fit the conditions and overall route you want to take. Ski the descent just adjacent to the uptrack for an intermediate run down the snowfield all the way to Panorama Point. Be aware that the lower snowfield has several gullies that peel off to the west that can take you towards the Nisqually Glacier if you lose your landmarks and poor visibility. So in those conditions, stay close to the ascent route on the skiers left of the snowfield. Once at Pan Point, there are two descent routes. The first is just adjacent to the uptrack on Pan Face. The alternative is on a more south-facing slope that is 100 meters west of the uptrack, down a steeper but not boot-tracked slot that is often pristine if you get up and down early enough. Be aware that small avalanches do occur on this more southerly aspect, so weigh the stability of the snow for this descent route. The McClure Rock descent starts at 7,400 feet as you ski down past the rock, which is the first major prominence northeast of Panorama Point. Swing to the west around McClure Rock and you'll see the steeper descent route on its southern aspect. There are several steep pitches below the rock, so be sure to assess the snow stability before doing this route. The route is ideal in the spring and summer when fully consolidated. Descend this face, which flattens out and continues directly south. On your right, you are approaching the ridge above Edith Creek Valley. There is a small slot entrance into the valley called the Golden Gate. The landmark for this entry is that it is the first west-facing run that is bordered by a line of trees to the south that march right up the slope to the Golden Gate. Ski down the face below the gate and you will have entered the easy slopes of Edith Creek Valley. Continue southwest towards Paradise, staying on the west flank at the lower end of Edith Creek Valley to avoid the steep drop-offs that are above Paradise Valley. The Nisqually chutes are ideal in late spring and early summer when the snow is very stable. The entry to the longest run down the chutes is at 8,500 feet on the west edge of the Muir Snowfield. This is an expert-only run that drops you down to the east flank of the Nisqually Glacier quickly. On warm days, snow sloughs are common on this run, with its 35 to 40 degree pitches. Ski down the chute at 8,500 feet, or if the stability isn't ideal, there are shorter entries to the same area that are lower down in the snowfield at around 7,500 feet. Be cautious with these lower routes, as some of them dead end over cliff bands. Ski southward towards the Glacier Vista Trail, which parallels the uptrack to Panorama Point. If you plan your descent right, you will not have to climb to re-enter the ramp that heads back down to Paradise at the base of Pan Point. Once at the Glacier Vista Trail, ski south along the original uptrack back to the Paradise parking lot. Once below Panorama Point, you can ski straight back along your uptrack towards Paradise, or turn to the southeast and drop into Edith Creek Valley for some fresh tracks and approach Paradise from the northeast. If you choose the main route back to Paradise, ski along the uptrack, enter the west gully just above the snowplay area back to the Paradise parking lot.